And we're back with another episode of Esports Center. And we're here with Lydia from ECAC. She's going to tell us all about the ECAC Summer Valorant Tournament that just happened last Monday and what you can expect as gamers going forward with the ECAC Esports League. Hi, Lydia. Thank you so much for joining me today.
Thanks, Erica. Thanks for having me.
Absolutely. I'm dying to know more about the tournament that just took place this last Monday, the Summer Valorant tournament. What's up with Valorant? Is that like a game on the rise? I mean, I'm just hearing so many gamers that are switching from Fortnite over to Valorant. What was the tournament about? What was the turnout? Tell me a little bit about it.
Oh yeah, absolutely. Valorant is definitely an up-and-coming game. The makers of Riot Games created the game. It's definitely a very popular game now with streamers and pro gamers and influencers, and now even at the collegiate level. So we hosted a tournament last Monday, which turned out very well. We also had a Valorant tournament in June, which we had over 30 teams across the whole nation, and same with the tournament on Monday as well. There was over 14 teams, over 100 players, so it went really well.
You're giving a lot of players the opportunity to widen their competition pool with intercollegiate tournaments like this. You had, players from Sacramento, from Wisconsin, from Nebraska or Nevada, from New York, East Coast to West Coast. How many teams and schools were participating in this last one that took place last Monday?
Oh yeah, so there was over, I believe, 14 teams, yeah, and it's 5v5, so there were close to over 100 players as well, total in the whole tournament. So it's really great to have schools across all the nation be involved. We invited tons of schools, tons of teams to come and join the action. And we actually, when our season in the spring for the ECAC got cut short due to COVID, we started doing community game nights as well. So, we invited, schools from all over across the country. If you were a college student who was on the esports team or wanted to play video games with your friends, you can make a team and come compete. So the big thing about us is we love to have everybody as much involved. We want to open up the doors to any school to come and get involved and say, here, we're the ECAC, we're here if you want to come compete with us, but we definitely want to open doors to as many schools as possible.
Lots of opportunities to play. That's fantastic, especially right now, like you said, with COVID. I think esports has been such a breath of fresh air and has been gaining in popularity with schools to actually like build the esports programs, because sometimes it's the only way we can compete right now, and we all got a competitive edge that we got to scratch, and
yeah, absolutely,
this is definitely feeding that. So tell me a little bit. You mentioned gaming, what did you call it, community game night or
yeah,
something?
it was called ECAC community game nights.
So
Yeah.
how many players do you usually have participating in that? How do players get involved?
Yeah, so it lasted about a month or so. The rest of the spring semester that we had it going on, we had 4 games: Overwatch, Rocket League, Super Smash Brothers, and Fortnite that we hosted, and the games rotated each week. So if you could fill the roster for each game, you could sign up, the day of or a half hour before the tournament and play against other students across the nation.
Nice. I bet they love that. So tell me though, ECAC, we've been saying this name a lot, and if there are schools out there that aren't in the ECAC Esports League, because right now you have about 150 teams or so, right, in the league?
Yeah, so we're gonna hit close to 100 schools, member schools, for the upcoming season. But you can enter as many teams as you want per game. So we'll probably have over 300 teams.
Wow.
Yeah.
So how long has the ECAC been, standing? Is the Esports League is relatively new. Can you tell us a little bit about the ECAC and what your plans are for esports to keep growing this momentum?
Yeah, definitely. So the ECAC has been around for over 80 years now. I believe we just celebrated 82 years. The Esports League, our program, has been around for 4 years now. We're going on our 4th year. And I came on board last year as an intern, actually, and stayed on board after I got my graduate degree. And now I spearhead the program. So yeah, we really want to keep growing and reaching out to as many schools to know that we exist and we offer competition and to get as much engagement as possible.
Yeah, absolutely. Competition is key, giving them the opportunity to connect and engage. And in a conference league, that's really validating the esports as a program, as a sport, as an athletic offering with the school, right? You guys are
Yep.
really mirroring the NCAA. I see that growing with each time I talk to you and learn about the new tournaments that are on the horizon, the opportunities to compete nationally. So, what is the expectations for students and schools that are in the ECAC Esports League? What can they expect going forward? Like we talked about the Summer Valorant tournament that just took place. That was the second one. You've had the community game nights. What else can we expect this year with in terms of competition and
Oh,
accessibility, right?
yep, absolutely. So the upcoming fall, we'll have a total of 8 games that we're going to be offering competition in. So that's Fortnite, Overwatch, Rocket League, Super Smash Brothers Ultimate, um, Hearthstone, Valorant, Madden, and FIFA. Sorry, there's so many games.
There's so many.
Yeah, there's so many games that we offer competition in, and the good thing about us is we're nimble and we want to turn on a dime for our members and add as much value. So we're always looking at what's next, what's the next best game to add, and we listen to our members. And then in the spring, we offer 9 because we add League of Legends to that as well because we're a partner conference with Riot Games. And then we're going to have HB GamerCon, which got pushed due to COVID, probably in October as well. And then hopefully plan for a 2021 event in April.
Cool. So lots of tournaments coming up for students to compete in and take home that prize. Their rankings, are you guys sharing that and like offering opportunities for even scouting and recruitment for high school to college and college to professional?
Yeah, absolutely. So our competition platform, League Spot, you can go on there and high school recruits can see all the teams listed, all the players that are listed and what the standings are as well. We're definitely tapping into the high school market because it's a big recruitment for colleges, especially colleges that are just developing their programs as well.
Yep. And like I said, obviously there's some of these players out there that are taking it seriously and want to become, professional gamers post grad life. And there's a lot of professional organizations like the NFL, NBA, Major League Baseball that are forming esports professional teams. And I could definitely see this as an opportunity for visibility in these for these players to like be scouted and even take their game to the next level.
Absolutely, yeah, yeah. And we also provide, on top of that, the gaming, the esports, we also provide internships as well in esports and just in our traditional athletics as well.
Yeah, you
Just
remember
really,
that
yeah,
because you were an intern.
yeah, I was an intern. Yeah, so we want to provide as much opportunities, for our student athletes as possible, on the computer or in the classroom and even in, the office or whatever, working from home.
Yeah, I feel like there's a silver lining for students right now. Obviously the world is kind of was flipped upside down this
Yep.
past spring, and if you're new to college, like some of these kids went off to school for the first semester only to return right back home. And I think that if I were in school, I would be excited right now if I were in school at this time because of the opportunities in esports. I mean, you
Yeah.
have you have
Yeah.
the opportunity to go explore applied learning tracks and create skills for yourself that are like real world experience. Like some of these players or team members of these esports clubs at these colleges, they're not just the gamers, right? They're shoutcasting. They're able to get their hands into media production and
Yeah.
really chase after a lot of the skill sets from a technical perspective, media perspective, business management, team management, where they're like hands on with the esports club. You don't really get that when you're talking about football or baseball or what have you, right?
Yep.
So
Absolutely. Yeah. Yep.
very good opportunity that you guys are helping foster and create a platform for them to explore those skill sets even more. I mean, the ECAC Summer Valorant Tournament, we were working with a shoutcaster on the Twitch stream, right, up for ECAC, and he was a former student of one of the applied learning curriculums that you guys have for esports. So
Yeah,
that's a great
absolutely.
opportunity for visibility.
Absolutely, yeah. And we had our other stream. We had Sacramento State, their their talent, their students helping out and hosting that as well. So it was great.
So how did the students do? I mean, like who came out on top with the Summer Valorant tournament? Who was the winner? Which school took it home? I mean, we interviewed them obviously, but let's
Yeah,
just do a little recap.
yeah. Team Bootleg from RPI. Yeah,
Yeah.
they came out on top. Yeah, they're very strong, even in the ECAC Esports League as well, like in Overwatch and League of Legends. I watched them in person actually last year at in Overwatch. They won the Overwatch HV GamerCon 2019. They won. RPI did, yeah.
So New York, man, they're coming out strong. I feel like every tournament I see these days in esports, New York has a strong presence and a lot of competitors that are like ready to play.
Yeah, definitely. RPI, U Albany is a very strong one. They've competed in our leagues. Their program is huge, and they actually won last semester or last year in the fall for Fortnite. So they're definitely a big competitor in our leagues for across all the games. They have teams in all the games.
Very nice. So what were the biggest highlights, like the moments in the last tournament that you guys were able to capture and that excited the fans the most?
Oh yeah, definitely. I think definitely, the multi kills, the sweeping of Sacramento State, they're very strong. They were runner up in the last tournament in June that we had, so as well as Stevenson, which they didn't make it to the finals again this time, which was super surprising. But there was a lot of great talent, especially from RPI and Stockton.
Yeah, so where's Stockton at?
They're in New Jersey.
New Jersey. Okay, so we got Stockton, New Jersey representing. They fared well in this last tournament. RPI obviously took home the win from New York. Sacramento State ranked what, third or fourth place?
Yes, I believe they made it to quarterfinals, I believe.
Yeah, we had a great show with them and interviewed a couple of the players that were in the tournament. Their story is amazing, by the way. I mean, they started their esports club in 2017. One of the students started the club, and then they had 20 people in the esports club in 2017. Today, they have over 400 members in the club, and it's recognized by Sacramento State. So
Yeah,
these are the types of stories that I just love hearing, and to see that they're able to compete in these types of tournaments and they're coming home with the wins and ranking high in those tournaments, whether they are first place or even third place. Like, that's a great story to see unfold before our eyes with these kids.
yeah, absolutely. And they're actually joining as well. They're going to become members for the upcoming season. So we're looking forward to watching all their teams, especially their Valorant team, come in and compete.
So Sacramento State's going to become a part of the ECAC league.
Yep.
So how are they able to compete? I mean, is that something that we can give hope to other schools? Like if you're not in the ECAC league today, are they still able to take part in some of these, tournaments and game community nights and things like that that you guys are offering?
Yeah, so if we host invitational events throughout the season, yeah, they'll be able to come in and sign up and register. But even if you're on the West Coast or Midwest or down in the South, we're not exclusive. We welcome all, even if you're, all the way across the country. I know we're the ECAC, we're Eastern based, but our doors are open to everybody.
There you go. Esports at its finest. Big on inclusivity, accessibility. It's captures a diverse group of people. I absolutely love what you guys are doing for the community and for the students. Thank you, Lydia, for sharing all the insights about the ECAC in this last tournament. I look forward to seeing so many more to come.
Thanks, Erica.
That's all we got for Esports Center today. Make sure you stay tuned because we got a lot more good content coming your way with some interviews you don't want to miss.